we're here in the lovely town of Birr, County Offaly, and I've been told there's a man here with an ancient recipe for making an old ink out of oak trees. Let's see if we can find him. Well, I'm after asking around the town for the fella who makes the ink out of the oak trees, and I was told to come down here to the Irish Heritage School and ask for Stephen. So let's go inside, see if we can find him. Steve, thanks so much for having us down here.
Delighted. You're very welcome to beautiful Birr.
It's lovely here, and it's a lovely old building you have here. And hold on, an old building. I hear that you're some sort of an archaeologist.
That's right. That's what I do.
Stuff, yeah?
I'm interested in old things, the past.
Okay, because I've been told that you're going to teach me some old secrets about making our very own ink just using what nature provided and not going down to the shop and buying a big pen.
Yeah, now, in fairness, going down to the shops to buy the big pen is a lot easier.
Okay,
But
right.
people in the past didn't have that luxury. So what I'd like to do with everyone today is to show you, and then you can show everyone else, how to make ink from natural materials.
Lovely stuff. Okay, so we have a whole lot of ingredients in front of us here. What are we going to need? What's the key ingredients? I've heard it's got something to do with oak trees.
Yes.
Is that right?
So what do oak trees grow out of?
An acorn?
Yes, out of mighty oak tree. Out of a tiny little acorn grow these mighty oak trees. So you know what an acorn looks like?
Yeah, it's like a little, kind of a curvy shape with a little hat on top.
Yeah, and Scrat loved them in the Ice Age, remember?
Exactly, yes.
So you'll have seen that, but have you seen these?
Yeah, I was wondering what these are.
Have a pick up, look these. I like to get people to describe. As an archaeologist, it's really important to describe things.
Okay. I would say it's like is it a berry or a nut? It's not an acorn.
It is organic though, isn't it?
But it has little holes in it. Is there something been digging into it? Yeah, it's grown from the tree anyway. It looks like a little nut. What is it?
I gathered these earlier. I have a little video of me gathering. Do you want to see it? So you can see it, yeah. But there's the mother lode. Look at those beauties. Thank you, oak tree. There's the little hole. If you go to an oak tree this time of year, in the autumn time, okay, when all the leaves are turning brown and they're starting to fall off, if you look carefully, particularly on an oak tree that's maybe about this thickness, not a huge oak tree, look carefully and you'll see in some of the branches these things hanging down. And they're really light, aren't they?
They're super light. What are they for?
A kid once said they're rotten Maltesers.
They do look like Maltesers.
They don't
look
taste
exactly
like Maltesers.
Okay, all right, no problem.
But
yeah, what are they for?
The nature part of this story is really cool.
Okay.
So I'll just show you guys. Look, do you see the little hole? That's really important because in the springtime, so we have to go all the way back to the springtime. What's happening to the oak tree? It's been lying dormant all winter. Yeah. What happens in the springtime to all our trees, all our deciduous trees?
The buds come out in the leaves?
Yeah, all the leaves come out. So the tree's been lying dormant and then suddenly it has this burst of energy and it puts all of its nutrients into the little buds. Yeah. And they grow into leaves to allow it to go through its summer cycle. But there's this tiny little wasp.
Wasp?
A wasp. Not a bitey wasp.
Okay, right.
Not a yellow and black wasp. It's a little brown wasp. He's really, really small. Mm-hmm. And she lays her egg inside one of those buds. Okay. Because she knows that it's full of nutrients.
Okay.
And then the tree reacts the same way as we react when we get a mosquito bite.
Oh, like we get a big red sore or something like that.
But instead of a sore like that, it makes one of these.
So this is what the tree makes in reaction to a bite.
Yeah, the tree goes, ow, I don't like that. So it goes and it captures it. That's exactly what the wasp wants. Because the wasp wants a cocoon, a safe place for its larvae.
And the larvae grow inside these little Maltesers?
The larvae hatches out of the egg.
Yeah.
And then he munch. Remember we said it was really light?
Yes.
It's hollow because it's all been munched up. Okay. So it's basically full of larvae poop.
Lovely stuff.
That's important. Remember that.
Larvae poop is important, yes.
So then coming up to the end of the summer, the larvae metamorphoses. He goes into a cocoon, just like a butterfly. Yes. And he hatches into a tiny little wasp with really sharp teeth.
And burrows out and makes a hole and leaves.
That's what the sharp teeth are for. Yeah.
So the wasp has left and that's where we know.
Lisa, really cool nature story, isn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't do much harm to the tree, but if you go, you can harvest these.
Yeah. You have a whole thing of them here. Wow.
Do you know why this is important?
Yeah, what's it got to do with ink?
Because remember the larva did all that pooping?
Yes, I do. He did all the pooping.
I'm sorry.
That's okay, yeah.
Science and poop, very important. Archaeologists love poop too.
Okay, great.
So,
Good to know.
that process of going through the digestive system of the larvae turns it into tannin, which is a natural dye.
Okay.
That's why
So
it's important.
eating the inside of this and pooping it out makes a natural dye. Yeah.
So the first thing we need to do to make this into ink
Tell me, yes.
is we need to crush down 9 grams of this, and that's your job.
9 grams, no
So
problem.
I've got you a pestle mortar, so you just got to work on those.
Okay, working these.
I'm actually quite impressed. You're doing very well. So you can see what it looks like inside.
Okay, how finely do I have to grind it?
You're doing a great job, actually. I'm very impressed.
Thank you, no bother, I'm a natural. I could have been an ink maker in a former life, who knows?
I wondered you had 9 grams there already. I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
You are
There we
higher.
go.
So let me turn this on, the scale's on.
Yeah.
We need 9 grams. So you can
9 grams.
Wait till it sets. Okay. Oh, it's on 2.
I'll pour it in.
Okay. I'd say you have more than 9 grams there.
2, 4, 7.
Do you know what? Actually, here, I'll be nice to you.
You have
Here's some I prepared earlier.
Oh, good stuff. Thanks very much. You're very good, Stephen. 7 grams. We're almost there. Oh, 13.
Okay, we've gone too far.
Here we go. We'll get there. This is tough science, guys. 10 grams. 1 gram less. 9
There
grams.
we go. Great.
Woohoo.
So, now we have this.
Yes.
It's all this powder. You want to have a look?
So this is the first ingredient.
So this is full of tannins. It's dyes waiting to be released, but we can't sort of use it like a crayon.
Yeah, no,
We need to add it to liquid. So we need 90 milliliters of water.
90 milliliters of water and 9 grams of the oat gall.
So 9 and 9. Yeah.
9 and 9, easy to remember. Pour it in.
Pour it in.
Okay. Little shake around.
So you can see it's gone brown.
It is brown liquid.
That's not surprising.
Yeah. Brown stuff in the water makes brown liquid. Yeah. This is very scientific.
There isn't an awful, I mean, yes, everybody uses brown. Brown's a great color, but most writing is done in black. So we need something to make it go black.
How can we do that?
This is a little bit harder than the other part,
Okay, yeah.
We need rust.
Rust.
So I have a rusty old pan
Rusty old pan, yes.
So I need you to scrape 18 millimeters of rust off that pan.
Okay. With my fingers.
Yeah. You can use your teeth.
Is there an easier way?
No, there is an easier way. I have here some. You can buy
yes,
this.
some you prepared earlier. Good
So
man, that's great.
It's called ferrous sulfate.
Ferrous is like iron.
Ferrous,
yes, it's ferrous sulfate, so it's basically rust.
Yeah.
Okay, lovely stuff. So at home you can scrape the frying pan, or you can get your hands on some ferrous sulfate.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, that will do.
Lovely stuff. We got our ferrous sulfate.
Okay, so you can do this.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
So you're just going to mix it in there.
Mix the ferrous sulfate in here. So I drop this in, and then let's see what happens. Oh wow, it's gone really dark.
Yep.
Oh wow, it's gone super
It really
dark.
does. It happens instantly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It has an immediate chemical reaction with the tannins, and it generates the black ink. It turns the ink blank. Now that's going to take time. It's going to take time. But there is a problem with that. If we left that sitting for weeks and weeks and weeks, what will happen to it?
Would it rot?
It would, yeah, it's all organic. So it would just get all moldy and everything. So we need to add another ingredient.
Okay, right. What's the next ingredient?
That ingredient is vinegar.
Vinegar. Okay.
So vinegar kills the bacteria in it.
Yeah. Okay,
Just a wee dash.
A little dash of vinegar.
dash
Okay,
Now,
perfect.
So far, so good. There's one more ingredient.
Yeah, I see one more thing sitting in front of us.
It's really cool, isn't it? Looks like amber, doesn't it?
It does look like amber.
It's related to it.
Is it from a tree also?
It is. It's sap from a tree, but it's a very special sap. It's from an acacia tree, which you get in the Middle East. And back in the old days, they would have imported that from the Middle East.
Okay, wow.
And it's just the sap from this tree. And it's called gum arabic.
Gum arabic.
If you're into art,
then
people know what that is. It's still used in art. It's a thickener, but it does two things. So here, I'm not going to make you powder that. It's really hard.
Thank you very much.
But here's some in powder form.
Okay, powdered gum arabic. Yeah.
And we only, where's our powdered gum arabic? We need 9 grams of that. So I'm going to take that out.
9 grams. Perfect.
And while you're weighing that, I'll explain what it is. So that does two things. One is it thickens the liquid. And the other thing is it makes it sticky, because they were writing on vellum, calf skin.
Yeah.
And it needed to have some adhesive.
Make the ink sticky so it sticks to the page.
So you can pour that in.
Perfect, lovely stuff. Right, we're pouring this. So this is our gum arabic in powdered form. In it goes.
Shake it up.
Shake it up. Lovely stuff. Right, so now we're getting to our ink. This is pretty much almost there.
Yeah, one more thing though. We need to stand here for 5 days.
5 days. Okay, right.
A cup of tea?
Yeah, a cup of tea might be nice actually. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
grand. All right, well, do you know what?
Yeah. Aha, one you prepared earlier. Yeah. Good stuff. That's
so I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. I'm going to show you. When we leave that, we'll start with that. When we leave that for 5 days, you able to see in there? Then it goes like that. So you can see it. You can see the color difference. You see that? Can I show it to you?
Yeah, tilt it there so the guys at home can see. Okay.
It's much darker.
Yeah.
And so all those reactions need time.
Okay.
And the longer you leave it, the better. Cool. But of course, that would be pretty unpleasant to write with, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit lumpy.
Yeah. So the last thing you need to do is to filter it. So give me a sock.
A sock. Right.
Yeah, okay, it's all right. We won't bother with the sock.
No.
We'll use it.
Yeah, I'm not wearing socks.
Coffee filters work really well for this, by the way. But you just pour it in there. Filter it through.
Oh, I see it's dripping out. Yes, it's dripping out on the bottom. I'll hold it here so the guys at home can see. You see it dripping out the bottom, guys? Aha. So it's probably a bit quicker with a coffee filter, but it's flying through here and we're getting lovely ink without any lumpy bits. Just
Pretty
like
cool,
it should be. Yeah, really nice.
That's much more fun than going and buying your Bic Biro, isn't it?
Yeah.
Speaking of Bic Biros,
we
need something to write with.
Yeah, I have a quill, is it?
This is a quill, it's a goose feather.
A goose feather.
Beautiful,
cool.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice.
And I've just snipped the end of it.
Okay, yeah.
And the other thing I did is I got some sand and I heated up some sand.
Okay.
Just in a pan. And then I dipped the end of it in just to seal it.
Okay.
I'm not an expert at making these.
That's okay. That's
Guys
all right.
who know how to do it make beautiful ones with lovely little slits in them and everything. It's not my area.
This looks good.
I have other skills.
Yeah, no problem.
But it is beautiful. So that's what we're going to write with. And I have some genuine ye old paper here.
Oh yeah.
Actually, if you want to know how to make this, it's cool. Just get ordinary paper, get a tea bag after you've had a cup of tea, and smudge it all over it and leave it to dry it. It makes really cool old paper, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, as our ink, do you know what? We have enough ink there.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. Yeah.
What I can do is I can pour it into here.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we have a little bit of ink there.
Okay, yeah. Oh, wow.
And you can
it's really dark, yeah. I can start to write?
You can have something. Write something.
God.
Write Steve is cool.
Okay, Steve is cool? Okay, I wrote Steve is lame. What about, here we go, let me see. Oh my God, this is a lot of pressure. I just dip it in here and hope for the best?
Yeah, you dip it in, yeah.
Okay,
Very impressive.
Woohoo! I wrote Dan is cool in old-timey ink on old-timey paper with an old-timey
I have to say,
pen.
Dan, there's been some more important things written than that.
What? Than this?
So, I'm an archaeologist, and archaeologists are interested in the past, and we learn about the past by what people leave behind.
Like their poop?
Yes. But historians, so I spend most of my time outside digging in the ground, looking for things, looking for the evidence that people left behind. Historians are interested in what people wrote down.
Mm-hmm. Like Dan is cool.
Yes, so in years to come, hundreds of years, they'll find this and it will be definitive evidence that Dan is cool.
Yes!
That will be proven, okay? But if you think about it, if you wrote that, even with a normal Bic Biro now, if you wrote that, in about 10 years' time, it would have faded away. But you wrote that with this ink.
Okay.
That's permanent ink.
Permanent?
Like that will not fade. So that will last.
How do you know?
Because of what's been left behind. So have you heard of the Dead Sea Scrolls? that were found in the Dead Sea that date back to the time of Christ. Over 2,000 years they've survived. You've heard of the Book of Kells?
Yeah.
Now there's loads of colours in the Book of Kells, but there's also black ink.
Yes.
You've heard of the Magna Carta?
Yeah.
That 1215 that was written.
Okay.
The Declaration of Independence in America, all of those things. Leonardo da Vinci. You love Leonardo.
Yeah, absolutely. Who's my favorite turtle?
He's so cool. All of his notebooks are written in this ink. If they weren't, they're all written out of oak gall ink.
Oak gall ink was all those famous old-timey documents that we can still read today.
Because it's permanent ink.
Wow, that is amazing. So I can keep this and give it to my grandchildren to give to their
paper
grandchildren to give to their grandchildren.
might last, but the Dan is cool.
Well, that was amazing. Well, I learned so much, Steve.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really fun, and I hope the guys at home get to do this as well, because these are all ingredients you can get your hands on as well. So, Steve, thanks so much for having me down here. I really enjoyed learning all about this. I hope the guys at home did too, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next one.
Great, bye.